on, everybody? Andre, and I'm back once again. And I just have this little short video I'm going to be going over because I've gotten questions over time. Here, let me just, since I'm not really going to be on the charts majority of this, let me just move my mic a little bit over, just like that. So, one thing I've got a question is a lot of the time is, why do I only trade one pair? And I'm just going to be going over why I trade one pair, the benefits of trading one pair, the negatives of trading one pair. But overall, trading one pair, the reason I do it is because it builds discipline, and you just overall learn how the market moves to that one pair. When you're trading multiple different pairs, such as maybe GJ, you're trading US30, you're trading NAS 100, you're trading gold, you don't really learn how each pair moves on itself, because every single pair has its own personality and it has its own characteristics that you have to learn. But if you're trading multiple pairs every single day, looking at different charts, it is going to overwhelm you, and you're going to start noticing a lot of different things. You're not going to be able to tie it together with each pair unless you really know what you're doing. You're journaling each trade. But for the most part, most people don't journal their trades. They don't really even try to learn from their trades. They just try to brush off their losses and pretend like they never happened. But at the end of the day, your losses are what's going to improve you as a trader. And when you take a winning trade, you don't really necessarily know why you won that trade. You just know that you did, and that you're just going to call it a day. But when you lose, you have to know why you're losing those trades. And the way you learn that is by journaling. And for example, let me just show you guys my journal right here. I have daily ranges that I post every single day of just case studies of the market, because this is how you learn. My journal, I have quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, and you can see a journal every single trade, win, loss, why something, notes to self, confirmations, before and after, time frames, win or loss, pips that I won. And I learned from these trades because I can go back to all the way on June 8th, 2021, and I could look at a trade that I took, and I could just look at it. Okay, it's not working right now, but I can click on it and look at the trade I took, why I won or why I lost that trade. I can go all the way back to quarter 1. These are like back in 2020, the trades I used to take. It's a little different from how I do it now, but you can see I was still journaling my trades, time I was taking trades, the day, because this is how you learn over time. So when I tell people trading one pair, why it benefits you, because when you trade one pair, you learn that pair. You're also becoming disciplined with only taking trades on one pair, because if you don't have an opportunity to take a trade when you're trading one pair, you have nothing else to trade. You just call it a day. But if you're looking at 5 different pairs, 10 different pairs, the chance of you finding an opportunity every day are going to be way more likely. And that's not a bad thing, but you got to understand, when you're taking more trades, you're opening yourself to more risk. So if you take 10 trades risking 1%, you're opening yourself to 10% risk for potential whatever you get from that. But if you're taking if you're taking trades on one pair, you might only come across 3 or 4 to 5 setups every week. So that's already cutting your risk in half from the 10. If you're looking at 10 looking at 10 pairs versus looking at one, because if you're looking at one, you might only find one setup the whole week, and you're only opening yourself up to 1% risk. You want to lower your risk and have the highest probability and max reward. So when you learn how a certain pair moves, you learn the times it moves, you learn the types of patterns, how they show themselves, and you also have notes written and screenshots of how it moves, you start to become a better trader overall. And that's why I trade the US30 strictly. I know US30 is not going to move like every other pair, and it moves way faster and is more volatile, but I know if I learn and understand US30, I could trade anything, because nothing is going to move as volatile as US30. So if I move to trading currencies like I used to maybe a year and a half ago, I'm going to be able to trade it way better than I did before, because I've learned how to trade with volume. I've learned how the market moves, and I've just learned a lot about myself as a trader overall from trading one pair. There's not all bad things about trading one pair. Also, it's not all bad, it's not all good. It's a mix of both, because it has its pros and its cons. And one con to trading one pair is you're going to need to have a lot of discipline, and the majority of people don't have that discipline, because if you don't see an opportunity to take a trade, you're going to want to take a trade. because when you're looking at multiple different pairs, have a lot on your watch list, you have a lot of areas to choose from. If you don't see a trade here, okay, call it a day. You won't look at it anymore because you have other options. But when you don't have other options, it limits the opportunities you could take, because you might get no opportunity all week because you're trading one pair. But if you're trading 5 pairs, you might have at least got 3 to 5. It all depends. It's all different. But that's just one con. Another positive to trading one pair, it's simpler. You're not sitting here looking at 4 different charts, going back and forth, marking them all up every day. It just creates more simplicity when you're trading one pair. You understand what's going on, and you understand what's going on at all times. If you're trading 5 to 10 pairs, you're not really going to understand. For say someone asks you, where's gold right now, what price? You're not going to know. You're not really going to know, because it's not something you're looking at on a daily basis strictly, because you might look at it here or there, but if you don't see an opportunity, you're just going to pass it up. You're going to be like, okay, now I'm going to go look at the other 5, 6 I have. Or maybe I'm like, okay, maybe I'm going to trade Forex today, or maybe I'm going to go trade an index today. It's all going to be all over the place. But when you're trading one pair, if you don't see an opportunity, you just, okay, I just have to have discipline, and I wait till tomorrow. So you're opening yourself up to less risk. You're becoming more disciplined, and that's a major key right there. And you're also growing the consistency, because if you're looking at a same pair every single day, you're going to consistently know what it does on a week-to-week basis, day-to-day basis. You're going to notice patterns you would have never noticed if you're trading multiple different pairs. And that's just a fact. I've noticed that, and I've noticed that in myself and in others. When you trade one pair, you become more disciplined, which is a major characteristic you need to have in trading. If you're not disciplined, you're never going to succeed in trading. And if you have discipline with patience, that is a crazy combination, because if you have discipline and patience, all you need is a skill set of understanding what the market is doing and where it's going. And then you'll be good, because over time, if you're journaling these trades, you're learning from your losses, learning from your mistakes, and you're noticing things every single day, you're only going to get better over time. But if you're trading multiple different pairs, it's only going to cloud your mind. You're going to be looking at too many different things. You're going to get stressed out. You're going to be taking too many trades. You're going to be over leveraging. You're going to be over risking, and it's only going to stress you out. So one thing I recommend everyone do, stick to one pair until you can master it, and then move on to anything else, because the pairs aren't going to go anywhere. These markets aren't going to go anywhere. They're going to be here tomorrow, in a year, 10 years, and 100 years. Maybe not 500. We'll see. But you just gotta, these are little things that improve your trading overall. Trading one pair, discipline, consistency, and patience. Those are the main characteristics you want to make sure you have, and you're only going to get them from consistently doing the same things every day, improving, journaling, writing down trades, taking screenshots, case studies, all of that. Because you can see me personally, I have a lot of stuff that I do, and I'm not a perfect trader. I'm better than I was yesterday, and that's the only thing I'm trying to do. I want to be 1% better every day, and I just want to understand the way these markets move every day, and I'm learning every day, and that's the only thing you want to do. So this is just a short little video I wanted to get out there, just to, speak my mind, because I like little videos like this where I could just talk to you guys. That's why I kind of want to start a podcast, but I'm not going to start a podcast anytime soon. I want to finish my course and all that, get that out of the way, make sure I put all of my time into that, make sure it's perfect, make sure everything is good about it. But over maybe in a year or two, I plan to start a little start a little podcast where I could just talk on the daily, just talk to you guys, talk about topics and stuff, talk about things I'm passionate about, because that's what I like to do. I'm passionate about trading, passionate about entrepreneurship, passionate about money, passionate about fitness, the lifestyle. There's a lot of things I want to talk to you about, not just about trading. And I kind of showed you guys when I made that credit video, because I have a high credit. I'm only 19. I just want to share these little tips I have with other people, because there ain't no there's no benefit in having a whole bunch of knowledge that can help other people if you're not sharing it with other people. Because me is gonna help me because I know myself, but if I'm not out here trying to help other people do the same thing, then what's the point? But yeah, that's a little short video. I just wanted to show you guys why I trade one pair, because I know it's probably a question a lot of people are wondering, and you want to know the pros and cons of it. So that's really it. So hopefully this video gave you a little insight to why I trade one pair. hopefully you could try it out, see if you do any better yourself, and I'll